creative small garden design ideas, unique and inspiring ways to use new items. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and thank you for joining me today as we embark on an inspiring journey into the world of small garden design. Imagine standing at the threshold of your home and stepping outside into a space that is not just green, but alive with personality, creativity, and possibility. Small gardens may be limited in size, but they are limitless in imagination. I will walk you through the essence of crafting a unique and inspiring garden using new items, fresh ideas, and visionary design principles that are shaping the way we think about outdoor living. Let us begin with the foundation, the very idea that your garden, no matter how compact, can reflect your lifestyle, your values, and your vision for the future. A small garden is no longer considered a compromise. In fact, it has become a powerful statement. Urban living has taught us to value efficiency, multifunctionality, and personalization. As cities grow denser and living spaces become smaller, the garden is evolving into a canvas where innovation and sustainability meets style and comfort. When we talk about using new items, we are not simply referring to decorations or accessories. We are referring to rethinking the role of objects in design, transforming ordinary materials into extraordinary focal points. Think of reclaimed wood turned into a minimalist bench. Consider a set of vintage bicycle wheels reimagined as a sculptural trellis for climbing plants. Or imagine solar-powered lanterns, sleek and modern, casting soft glows across your garden at night, powered entirely by renewable energy. The message here is clear. New items breathe life into spaces, not just by their presence, but by the way they reframe our perception of nature and design. But what makes a garden unique and inspiring? Uniqueness comes from authenticity, from creating something that reflects your identity. Inspiration comes from innovation, from being bold enough to combine tradition with modernity and simplicity with imagination. In the realm of small garden design, the trends shaping our present and future are centered around sustainability, personalization, and the blending of indoor and outdoor lifestyles. Sustainability is not just a trend, it is a necessity. A truly inspiring garden integrates ecological responsibility with beauty. This means making conscious choices, using recycled materials for pathways, incorporating rainwater collection systems, choosing native plants that thrive naturally without demanding excess resources. By doing so, you create a garden that is not only visually appealing, but also environmentally friendly, reducing your ecological footprint while increasing your sense of harmony with the earth. Personalization is the soul of small garden design. It is about understanding that your garden is not meant to imitate anyone else's, but to tell your own story. A small space gives you the opportunity to curate carefully. Each plant, each decorative item, and each piece of furniture becomes part of your narrative. A small herb garden near the kitchen becomes a celebration of your culinary passion. A vertical wall of succulents becomes an artistic backdrop for your evening gatherings. Even a single handcrafted fountain can become the heart of your garden, symbolizing tranquility and renewal. The blending of indoor and outdoor lifestyles continues to dominate contemporary architecture and design. In modern homes, the garden is not seen as separate from the house, but as an extension of it. Sliding glass doors, floor-to-ceiling windows, and open patios erase the boundaries between inside and outside. The small garden, when designed with intention, becomes a natural continuation of the living room, dining area, or even the home office. Imagine working indoors while gazing out at a lush vertical garden wall. Imagine dining with friends as the boundaries between your kitchen and outdoor dining area disappear seamlessly. The key is fluidity, where style and function flow between the spaces, creating harmony in the overall design. One of the most significant trends is the use of modular elements. Modular furniture, planters, and storage solutions allow you to adapt your garden to different needs and seasons. A modular seating arrangement can be expanded for a party or contracted for a quiet evening alone. Modular planters can be rearranged to create new compositions, ensuring that your garden feels dynamic and alive. Another rising trend is the integration of smart technology. Smart irrigation systems now allow you to water your plants precisely when they need it. reducing waste and keeping them healthy. Smart lighting can be programmed to change colors, intensities, and moods, enhancing the ambience of your space. Even compact robotic lawn care devices are making their way into smaller urban gardens, reflecting the synergy between technology and natural design. In small garden design, where every detail matters, the interplay of textures becomes a form of artistry. Smooth concrete juxtaposed with rough stone creates contrast. Glossy ceramic pots paired with raw wooden surfaces create balance. Textiles such as weatherproof cushions or woven hammocks add comfort and color, inviting people to linger. The future of small garden design emphasizes the sensory experience, not only how the garden looks, but how it feels, sounds, and even smells. The trickling of a small water feature, the scent of lavender in bloom, the rustle of bamboo in the wind, all these elements transform a garden into a multi-sensory sanctuary. The psychological dimension of your garden is equally important. Research shows that green spaces, even the smallest ones, improve mental health, reduce stress, and enhance creativity. In a world where digital distractions dominate, the small garden becomes a retreat, a reset button for the mind and body. Designing such a space requires intentionality. Create areas for meditation, reading, or simply being still. A single chair positioned beneath a vine-covered pergola can become a sacred spot of reflection. A carefully chosen sculpture, perhaps abstract and modern, can inspire contemplation. Cultural influences are shaping design in profound ways. From Japanese Zen-inspired rock gardens to Mediterranean courtyards bursting with color, designers are drawing inspiration from diverse traditions. The trend today, however, is not about copying, but about adapting, taking elements from different cultures and weaving them into something fresh and personal. A Zen-like corner with pebbles and a bonsai tree can coexist beautifully with a vibrant mosaic tiled bench inspired by Spain. Such combinations speak to the global nature of modern design, where boundaries dissolve and creativity thrives. Climate resilience is also reshaping how we think about outdoor spaces. Gardens are no longer designed just for beauty, they are designed for survival. Heat-resistant plants, drought-tolerant landscaping, and stormwater management systems are becoming essential components. By integrating resilience into small garden design, we prepare not only for the challenges of today, but also for the uncertainties of tomorrow. See your small garden not as a limitation, but as an opportunity. With new items, innovative thinking, and forward-looking design principles, your garden can become a masterpiece, unique, inspiring, and deeply connected to who you are. The small garden of today is the living architecture of tomorrow, sustainable, personal, and visionary. As we continue to explore the world of unique and inspiring small garden design, it is important to focus on the harmony between aesthetics and functionality. A small garden should never feel cluttered, yet it should always feel alive. This balance is achieved through careful planning, intentional layering, and the strategic use of items that elevate the experience of the space. By curating each detail, you create an atmosphere that feels effortless, yet deeply meaningful, allowing every visitor to sense the personality embedded in your design. One of the most compelling aspects of small garden design lies in spatial creativity. Limited space challenges us to think vertically, to use height as effectively as width. Vertical gardens, trellises, and hanging planters transform walls and fences into living art. Imagine a blank wall now covered with lush greenery, or a series of staggered planters cascading with flowers or ferns. Such approaches not only expand planting opportunities, but also create visual depth, giving the illusion of a larger, more layered garden. When combined with mirrors, lighting, and strategically placed furniture, even the smallest courtyard can feel expansive and immersive. Another critical dimension is the emotional journey within the garden. A truly inspiring space leads its visitors through stages of discovery. The entrance should capture attention with a focal point. Perhaps a striking sculpture, an oversized planter, or a canopy of trailing vines. As you move deeper, the atmosphere should shift into intimacy. Cozy corners invite relaxation, soft lighting creates warmth, and textures envelop the senses. The destination, whether it is a reading nook, a dining table, or a meditation bench, should feel like the heart of the garden. This layered storytelling transforms a garden from a static space into an experience, each turn offering a new perspective. The choice of plants plays a defining role in creating atmosphere. In small gardens, every plant is a statement. Ornamental grasses can add softness and movement, swaying with the breeze. Flowering plants bring bursts of color and seasonal variety. Evergreen shrubs ensure year-round structure. Herbs and edible plants integrate functionality with aesthetics, serving both culinary and decorative purposes. Exotic species, when used sparingly, can add a touch of surprise, a sense of rarity that sparks curiosity. The guiding principle is intentionality. Each plant earns its place not only by its beauty, but also by the story it tells within the garden. Lighting design is another essential element that elevates a garden's identity. Natural light is always the starting point, with garden layouts designed to maximize sun exposure for plants while creating shaded areas for comfort. Yet, artificial lighting brings the garden to life at night, extending its usability and charm. Pathway lights lead the way, spotlights highlight sculptural plants or water features, and soft string lights create a magical ambiance for gatherings. Advanced LED systems now allow for programmable settings, changing the mood with a touch, romantic one evening, festive the next. By blending functionality with artistry, lighting transforms a garden into a stage where day and night performances unfold. Furniture selection, too, is both practical and expressive. In small gardens, furniture must be compact yet comfortable, stylish yet versatile. Foldable chairs, extendable tables, and built-in benches maximize usability while preserving space. Materials are chosen for durability as much as for style. Teak wood, powder-coated steel, and all-weather fabrics endure the elements while contributing to the design aesthetic. Beyond their utility, furniture pieces anchor the garden's identity. A sleek, modern lounge set conveys sophistication, while a rustic wooden bench communicates warmth and tradition. Together, they shape how the space is perceived and enjoyed. Water features, even in compact forms, introduce an irreplaceable dimension to the garden. The sound of flowing water calms the mind, masks urban noise, and creates an atmosphere of serenity. Small fountains, wall-mounted waterfalls, or even minimalist reflecting pools can serve as focal points. They symbolize purity and renewal, grounding the garden in natural energy. In modern design, water features often incorporate sustainable technologies such as recirculating pumps powered by solar energy, aligning beauty with environmental responsibility. The integration of art and decor further defines the personality of the garden. Sculptures, ceramic pots, wall murals, or handcrafted lanterns add individuality and cultural depth. Each piece contributes to the dialogue between natural and human creativity. When chosen thoughtfully, these elements do not distract from nature but enhance it, emphasizing harmony between the organic and the crafted. Minimalism plays an important role here. A few well-chosen art pieces often speak louder than an abundance of decoration. The goal is to create emphasis, not overwhelm. Small gardens also thrive on adaptability. Seasons change, and so do needs. Designing with flexibility ensures that the garden remains fresh and functional throughout the year. Portable planters allow for seasonal displays, rotating from spring blossoms to autumn foliage. Retractable awnings provide shade in summer, while opening the space to sunlight in winter. Heating lamps and fire pits extend usability into cooler months, transforming the garden into a year-round retreat. Adaptability keeps the garden dynamic, ensuring it evolves alongside the people who inhabit it. Beyond aesthetics and practicality, a small garden can also become a hub of social life. In many urban homes, the garden doubles as an outdoor dining or entertaining area. Compact barbecues, foldable dining sets, and ambient lighting create intimate spaces for gatherings. The layout should encourage interaction, with seating arranged to foster conversation while leaving room for movement. The garden becomes more than a personal sanctuary. It becomes a stage for community, connection, and celebration. Sustainability continues to guide the evolution of small garden design. Urban composting solutions, rainwater harvesting, and pollinator-friendly plants all contribute to ecological balance. Designers are now incorporating miniature green roofs, living walls, and permeable pavements that manage stormwater runoff while increasing biodiversity. The garden thus becomes part of a larger environmental system, contributing not just to personal well-being, but to the health of the planet. By making conscious choices, homeowners align their spaces with the principles of stewardship and responsibility. The emotional resonance of a garden cannot be underestimated. More than just an outdoor room, it becomes an expression of self. Some choose themes of tranquility, emphasizing muted colors, symmetrical lines, and minimalist design. Others embrace vibrancy, layering bold hues, eclectic furniture, and dynamic plant compositions. Still others focus on cultural narratives, drawing on traditional motifs, local craftsmanship, and ancestral plants. Each approach reveals something about its creator, turning the garden into a living autobiography told through space, color, and texture. Trends are also pointing toward multi-sensory design, where sight, sound, touch, smell, and even taste converge. Fragrant plants such as jasmine or rosemary enrich the air. Textured materials invite touch, from rough stone pathways to smooth ceramic pots. Culinary gardens integrate taste into the experience, offering fresh herbs, vegetables, and fruits for daily meals. Birds, bees, and butterflies add sound and movement, enriching the garden's vitality. This immersion of the senses transforms the garden into more than a place to see. It becomes a place to live fully. The future of small garden design is increasingly collaborative, drawing on cross-disciplinary expertise. Architects, landscape designers, technologists, and even psychologists are contributing insights. The result is spaces that are not just beautiful, but smart, sustainable, and emotionally intelligent. Gardens are being designed to promote mindfulness, to reduce anxiety, and to foster a sense of belonging in increasingly fragmented urban environments. This integration of science and art is reshaping the role of gardens in modern life, elevating them from optional luxuries to essential components of holistic living. Small gardens embody possibility. They prove that size does not limit creativity, that even the most compact space can inspire, soothe, and connect us to the natural world. By embracing new items, innovative materials, smart technologies, and timeless design principles, we are not just designing gardens, we are designing experiences, memories, and futures. Each choice, each layer, each item plays its role in composing a story that is deeply personal, yet universally resonant. This is the essence of modern garden design, intimate in scale, vast in imagination, and enduring in impact. As we bring this exploration of unique and inspiring small garden design to its final stage, it is important to expand our vision from the practical and aesthetic into the symbolic and futuristic. A small garden is not only a physical space, but also an evolving philosophy of how we inhabit the world. It reflects our relationship with nature, our values in design, and our aspirations for the future. In an age defined by urbanization, digital connectivity, and ecological uncertainty, the small garden becomes a microcosm of hope, creativity, and resilience. One of the most transformative aspects of contemporary garden design is its role in shaping lifestyle. Gardens today are no longer passive backgrounds to domestic life. They are active participants in our daily routines. They serve as spaces for exercise, relaxation, and creativity. Yoga mats unfurl on grassy patches, creating sanctuaries for wellness. Outdoor workstations equipped with weather-resistant furniture allow professionals to blend productivity with fresh air. Children's play areas, designed with natural elements like wooden climbing structures and soft turf, nurture imagination while maintaining connection to the earth. Each of these functions demonstrates how small gardens enhance life, not by adding more space, but by deepening the quality of the space we already have. Technology continues to revolutionize the way we design and interact with gardens. Beyond smart irrigation and programmable lighting, we are now witnessing the rise of augmented reality tools for garden planning. Homeowners can visualize plant growth, furniture arrangements, and seasonal changes before committing to a design. Sensors embedded in soil provide real-time data on moisture levels and nutrient health, guiding precise plant care. Drones capture aerial perspectives, offering insights into sunlight distribution and spatial flow. These innovations empower individuals to design with confidence and creativity, bridging the gap between imagination and reality. The symbolic dimension of the garden is equally significant. Historically, gardens have represented paradise, renewal, and human connection with the divine. In modern times, they symbolize sustainability, mindfulness, and individuality. A carefully designed small garden speaks silently about its owner's priorities: a commitment to ecological stewardship, a love of artistry, or a pursuit of inner peace. Each path, plant, and feature is imbued with meaning, transforming the garden into a language of symbols where visitors can interpret stories of balance, aspiration, and identity. Cultural fusion is becoming a hallmark of future design trends. With global travel and digital access to ideas, garden design now draws from a wide range of traditions. A Moroccan-inspired mosaic fountain can coexist with Scandinavian minimalist furniture. A Japanese stone lantern may stand near Mediterranean olive trees. These fusions are not eclectic accidents, but deliberate conversations across cultures, weaving together a tapestry of global aesthetics within intimate spaces. This multiculturalism not only enriches the visual experience, but also celebrates the diversity of human creativity. In the realm of materials, we are entering an age of innovation driven by sustainability. Recycled composites, biodegradable plastics, and carbon-neutral concrete are shaping the way garden structures are built. Advances in 3D printing allow for the creation of custom planters, intricate trellises, and even modular pavilions tailored to specific spaces. These technologies offer endless flexibility while reducing environmental impact. The garden of the future will be constructed not just from stone, wood, and steel, but from materials designed with planetary health in mind. The emotional impact of gardens on communities is becoming more widely recognized. In cities, community gardens are flourishing as shared spaces where residents come together to plant, harvest, and bond. Even the smallest individual gardens contribute to this collective green network, supporting biodiversity and improving air quality. The ripple effect of one balcony garden, one rooftop oasis, or one courtyard sanctuary extends far beyond its physical boundaries, participating in a greater ecological and social fabric. In this way, small gardens become part of a larger movement toward healthier, more connected urban living. Trends also point toward edible landscapes, where the distinction between ornamental and functional plants is blurred. Fruit trees, vegetable beds, and herbal borders not only provide food security, but also reconnect people with the source of nourishment. Imagine a compact urban garden where vertical strawberry towers stand beside sculptural kale, or where a dwarf lemon tree offers both fragrance and harvest. These edible designs marry practicality with beauty, creating spaces that feed the body as much as they feed the soul. Well-being remains at the heart of modern garden philosophy. In times of stress and overstimulation, people increasingly turn to gardens as sanctuaries for mental clarity and emotional grounding. The act of tending to plants, watching growth unfold, and spending time in natural light provides therapeutic benefits that science continues to confirm. Designers are now incorporating principles of biophilic design, which emphasize human connection with nature through patterns, forms, and materials that echo the natural world. Curved pathways, organic textures, and fractal plant arrangements invite the subconscious to feel at ease, replicating the comfort of natural landscapes within limited space. Looking forward, the future of garden design will also be influenced by the challenges of climate change. Designers are preparing for rising temperatures, unpredictable rainfall, and shifting ecosystems by developing adaptive strategies. Xeriscaping, which emphasizes drought-tolerant plants and efficient water use, is gaining popularity in arid regions. Rain gardens are being created to capture stormwater runoff, filtering it naturally while replenishing groundwater supplies. These adaptive methods not only protect gardens from environmental stress, but also empower them to contribute positively to their ecosystems. Symbolism extends further into the notion of legacy. A small garden is not just for the present moment, it becomes a gift to the future. The trees you plant today may provide shade for the next generation. The soil you enrich now will sustain life for years to come. By designing with long-term vision, gardens transform into living legacies, embodying care, foresight, and love across time. Finally, the artistic role of gardens cannot be overlooked. A well-designed garden is a work of art, curated with the same care as a painting or sculpture. The composition of shapes, the interplay of colors, and the rhythm of pathways and plants create an aesthetic experience that transcends utility. Unlike static artworks, however, gardens are dynamic. They change with the seasons, evolve with growth, and respond to the environment. This constant transformation makes them the most living of all art forms, an art that is never finished, yet always complete. In essence, the small garden represents more than beauty. It is a mirror of identity, a stage for innovation, a sanctuary for well-being, and a symbol of harmony between humanity and nature. Through the integration of new items, sustainable practices, cultural influences, and visionary technologies, these compact spaces transcend their size and become boundless in meaning. They remind us that even in the smallest corners of the world, greatness can flourish, and that in the quiet rustle of leaves or the gentle flow of water, we can find the inspiration to live more fully, more mindfully, and more beautifully.